I'll print it out and I'll read it out loud in one of these sessions, and that more pretty much like the process, from the beginning, how which is, it's three different periods. This one's the third period, 2026, the third period. So it first started on May 2013. That's the first period, and then second period is May 2022, and now the third period it's around July 2026. So anyway, pretty much the controversies on writing Arowra is about the first two periods. Since I just began writing Arowra the third period, so it's not in the controversy on writing Arowra. It's about first two period, and anyway, pretty much like how I got into those period, writing Arowra. Explain it in those 47 around 70 pages. Okay, so anyway, really like, so, alright, so I'm just gonna go the light, but turn off, my mother turned off the light, so I'm just go with the light being turned off. I mean, you can, alright, so anyway, alright, so pretty much, I don't know, maybe after reading the Arowra Book 6, probably will never gonna be around women again, maybe that could happen, maybe right now it still might have a chance that in the future it might be able to be around a female gender, but maybe after I'm done writing book 6, probably, with all this witch hunt and burning witches, maybe probably could, probably that's, anyway, that's, just wanted to apologize to anyone, thinking I've been collecting the female model picture, thinking maybe one day could be around female gender. You really think that? I apologize, just did also have a lot of fantasy about having sex with female gender in the process and all of that. Also, I apologize for that also, so anyway, so it's gonna be really hard, like especially seeing really good looking, female model and things like that, and even more good looking than the pictures I'm collecting, and it's just gonna be a lot of temptation and all of that, but it's gonna be very hard for me, it's like, so I just want to apologize, to myself, and maybe it's become too hard, maybe might even get run over by a car and die at the scene. If that happened, I apologize to myself and things like that, and it's even sadder, even get to be around it. I mean, besides, going to Mexico and things like that, and that night at Belmont Park, can, like, really didn't really get a chance for me to, just have, like, like, be around them, or, like, I don't know, like, maybe the first step is just being around them, like, I'm just saying, if it could be around them, probably could take the next step, and, maybe even have a relation, like I was just saying, but first, one step at a time, like I was saying, just, like, being around them, and things like that, Anyway, like I'm saying, so pretty much, well, I don't know. I especially okay. Let's just say one of them, one female model who really thought we might able to have a walk in the park or something like that. If you really have that thought, I apologize. I'm, like just especially having all this fantasy. It seems possible, so I apologize for that. It's because of collecting female model pictures for a long time already and having all these fantasies. So it seems possible. That's why I'm apologizing right now. If you really thought you would one day, have a walk with me in a park or something like that, it all seems so possible, because I've been collecting so many pictures of female models and having all this fantasy with being around female models. So it seems so possible and everything. So I apologize for that. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna go turn on the light really fast. So just hold on for a second. Oh god. Okay, because the AC adapter, because I plug in the AC adapter, so I can't vote like um screw it into the tripod and the pass to the light. The tripod's on the way, the pass to it, so I could easily knock the camera off. So I was just squeezing my way through it without knocking the camera off the tripod. Okay, anyway, continue where I left off. Alright, okay, so anyway, I didn't, maybe, uh, that would, I don't know, like, it seems really sad, that all these struggles and because of inferior background and inferior place of burden is struggle after struggle and then also the hard practice slash training on combat and sport and just once maybe one day could have a walk with a female model at a park or something like that and it seems maybe I wasn't asking too much and things like that and it's like it's like So I felt maybe it was just wanted to apologize to myself. Maybe it wasn't really asking a lot. It's like okay. So anyway, all right. So I was saying maybe if it's too hard, I think I'm gonna get run over by a car, die at sea. And it's not even as critical as the book I'm writing. There's all this critical scene and burning witches and everything. It's like so pretty much. I don't know, pretty much. I think the temptation, maybe real looking female show up one day, on that same day, got run over by a car and died at the scene. Felt like maybe that something like that's gonna happen. And it wouldn't be as critical as the book I'm writing and things like that. And be something like that. But to the people who know about my history and everything, it seems very critical to them. It's like all these many years, just wanted to be around a female, and then when a very good-looking female showed up and got run over by a car and died at the scene, and so it's really critical to them that, it's like. And like, it's maybe, oh god. Anyway, so I suppose it's like a cushion, the writing Arowra Book 6, Redemption. It's like a cushion, all this witch hunt and burning witches. I suppose it's like a cushion when that very good looking female model showed up and got run over by a car and died at the scene. It was like a cushion, it's like writing all these witch hunts and burning witches and okay. A moment ago, it might look like my face expression's having like some sort of smirk or in my face. It wasn't a smirk or anything. It's just sometimes I can't control my expression. It's auto expression and things like that, and I have to cover up on my hand and things like that. And anyway, so pretty much that's what I want to inform. Basically, all this collecting female model picture for so many years is already, and I find joys, doing it, and really been because of the throughout the years, been doing it so much that become like very fluent at it, and really good at it, pretty much really good at it, and find joy doing it. So it's just, that's why it seems so misled and confusing. Why I'm writing about witch hunt and burning witches. So I apologize for that. That's why I'm making this whole video and explaining all these things. It's just the other things that would seem confusing and things like that. And anyway, okay, so okay, and also like basically there's one of the video in that pretty much in that video overcoming being alone, when I was talking about that night spending that night with Jessica and Stay. I was talking about the scene, one of the scenes is from Arowra Book Series about Prince Rengar II wanting a dance with Princess Maylin Plaincaster. Again, have to apologize for that also, like I'm saying. Now Prince Rengar II is doing a witch hunt with redemption, so it's like and Princess Maylin is a mage. Well, like I was saying, all anyone who practices magic and sorcery, they're all in that category as mage. So Princess Maylin Plaincaster is a mage in it. So anyway, that's why I want to apologize for that, because in book 6, Prince Rengar II and Redemption are doing witch hunts, and even though I mean, they really didn't get a chance to dance, like Prince Rengar II and the Prince and the Princess really didn't get a chance to dance, but they were in some scene together and things like that. So like as again, I apologize for that, and especially thought maybe they might something might work out, and things like that. I again, just God, it's like okay. Just I'm just gonna give like a really quick description on Prince Rengar II. He is cursed by ill fate because of this because of what his father done. Because of his father, Prince King Rengar the First, Rayhart. He because he used it because at the time he was back on 1993. Okay, I'm going with the timeline. The the Arowra timeline on 1993, June 7, 1993, pretty much around there. So his father, King Rengar I, he was leading the Arowra Alliance, which is it's a alliance that have a lot of the armies, like the main organizations, army in Arowra have allies did together to create this alliance called Arowra Alliance, and King Rengar I is leading this alliance. He's the main leader. He's leading. So like a lot of, and his heritage, the Rayheart has been known in like very great leaders in battles and all of that. So the Arowra Alliance have a lot of confidence in him, that he would lead them to victory and things like that. But anyway, they were fighting against the Empire Army, which is also known as the Imperial Army. So anyway, the Empire was winning at the time and about to win almost like the war, like pretty much it's almost over, and the Empire is winning and it's about to end the war. And so in this turmoil, basically, King Rengar, it's like it felt like he's letting down his whole heritage and everything. It's just like all these main organization armies are at his command, and how could he lost this war and everything? It's like he's in all this turmoil and everything. It's like, and so basically he's really in this so much turmoil that he can't really think too clear at the time and everything, and he was like all days and everything, and it's like, how could he lost this war? It's have all these armies at his command, all these main organization army at his command. How could he lost this war to the Empire Army? And it's like he's at his days and confused and everything, and it's like, and he know the price of using the legendary sword, but he didn't really think too much about it. Like, he just, because of the days and confused, and he wielded the legendary sword and made the final battle and turned the battle around. And he killed the Emperor in the battlefield. Emperor Dragu Kalam. After turning the battle around and brought the Arowra Alliance to victory and killed the Emperor on the battlefield. Nevertheless, all these prophecy had made about this, and this would be considered as the greatest triumph in Arowra history.